Well, what are the things that you want to talk about that we didn't talk about? So that I
You
mean,
sleep.
what?
Molly with the vibes right now. Okay, kiki.
She thinks I'm trying to play her.
Yes.
No, now for real. Okay, let's just have the conversation
Okay,
like
can we
this
talk about what we were talking about earlier today?
on the
Like,
phone.
yeah, stuff like that.
That was just very spontaneous. We can get into it. Just act like you're on the phone on the other side. I think my presence is not helping. Should I go to the other room and then I connect the phone and we can have like a proper
You don't need to go anywhere because at the end of the day, in life, you don't always get what you want. You gotta just embrace and deal with what it is.
Okay.
So it's not about that, to be honest. I appreciate the suggestion. No,
So
let's
what,
do
what did you
this.
like the most about the phone conversation we had?
I like the fact that we were speaking life and speaking a lot of wisdom and looking at our life in different perspectives from how we were talking about what it is, like topics on different topics. I think that's very important. I think stuff like that is what needs to be put out in the world more versus people getting to know me in a way. Because now you're serving with a purpose. You're giving people an interest, like, oh, I needed to hear that.
Okay, so one of the things that I feel like whenever you go on radio or television interview is that you go in for a purpose and whoever that is also interviewing is also have like a purpose for their audience. So the kind of audience that I feel like probably watching you right now. Initially, my audience used to just be people only in the creative industry, in the creative scene.
Okay.
Whether filmmakers, photographers, or dancers that we share common interests, that we follow each other. That used to be what I had. But since my Instagram started growing, different kinds of people, like you know, they everyday people, you find them on my Instagram following the page. So even it became um, like a real work for me to actually be conscious that okay, I always tell myself if I ever had a chance to establish a business when I grew up, it was going to be a television platform. Now, meaning that I I want to cater to like millions of people with interesting, captivating shows, right?
Yeah.
And part of like just having a podcast is also having Instagram. Instagram is like television for me because that's where I have my highest following. That's the highest medium that I have my followers. So what I'm trying to say is that part of my goal is to be able to bring in conversations that I'd be like, wow, that's interesting. But I know for sure, first, there's a clickbait here. Pretty girl. Handsome man. I no fine. I fine now. She I no fine. Talk.
You're fine now.
You compliment me now. If you think I'm not fine, tell me. I'll ask my mom that. What happened?
That's not my place. Yeah, that's someone.
So if I say you're a fine lady, you say I'm a handsome man too. Don't say because they don't understand is. Let me tell you, like guys, welcome to another podcast. I didn't do the introduction properly. We're just trying to get into the nitty-gritty of what a television, a standard podcast, radio, television, because it's combination. This is hybrid, right? What a standard should be. That's all the discussion you guys have heard. Do you want me to do the introduction for you, or
Sure,
you'd like to do
you
it?
can, I guess.
So today I have with me Books Boss Lady. She's an aspiring actress, dancer, and she's an entertainer. There's one that I don't want to miss. She's a runway model. Ha!
You're fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Boss, Books Boss, Billionaire Lady. Sorry. Box, Billionaire Box Lady.
That's so bad.
Sorry. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Lady Box Billionaire.
No, it's not box. It's books. So Lady Books, like how in Nigeria you say books.
Like
Books,
Bukola?
books. Yeah.
Oh, that books came from your name, Bukola.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, so on behalf of the crew and the fans out there, I want to present to you my guest for today, Lady Billionaire Books.
There we go.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing.
Man, so what I've been talking to, a lot of my audience about is like goals 2023, staying consistent, living our dreams, living our purpose, being able to be happy doing what you love doing. Just don't do things because you just want to do it. They say activity over productivity, it doesn't make any.
I agree, yeah.
So, today I brought you on the show, or you brought yourself. Either we brought ourselves together to inspire, to share knowledge, and to also share experience, so we can both improve in our daily life. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing this year. What have you been doing 2023?
Okay, so a little bit about me is I love to network and go out and meet people. What have I been doing so far? I have been working on projects. I have lots of projects coming up.
Wow, come on now.
This year, yeah. And I have some shows, like I'm accepted in the LA Fashion Show, also in New York Fashion Week. So,
wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
you.
Big deal.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have a photographer? I do photography. Do you mind if I, take off some of your shots while you're working?
I don't mind. Let's go to New York and LA.
I'm ready. What am I here for?
I'll tell you.
That's why we are here now.
I know that's right. So, yeah, that's what's been going on. Everything's being cooked up. Some of my projects I can't discuss right now, but I'm very sure you will stay tuned and you will see.
Congratulations, book.
Thank you.
So, like, those are the projects you have outside Houston. What are the projects you have in Houston, or those ones you don't want to disclose it yet?
The ones that I have in Houston, I'm working alongside with another creative, content creator, but she is more into like shows, and she what would I call them? She's more of a director, but she does like casting calls for shows and sets up the event, the fashion show exactly. So I work alongside with her.
A producer? A fashion producer, fashion show producer?
Yes, and if that's what it is, yes, that's what we would say. So yes, I work alongside with her, and I'm pretty sure some of you all know her. Her name is Yazzie. Hi. So she's amazing. She's great, and that's what I'm doing so far. That's the only thing I can say. I can't talk about the projects, but you see.
That's what's up. So how long have you been in the fashion runway scene?
I would say I started a year ago, and so far so good.
Okay, can you share what was your first experience like? Were you like,
So my first experience, I got accepted into a pageant back in Destin, Florida. That was my first experience of even being on a runway model and just traveling and like being out there for that. And that was actually very amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I go back to it, it brought out the inner me. It brought out a different type of person or version that I knew was there, but I never got the opportunity to see for myself.
So actually, as you know, I do photography, as you know already. I think one of my favorite photography, style, it would be high fashion photography. I've not really gotten to do that much here in Houston, but I love high fashion,
Likewise.
I like high fashion. I like to work with designers and then work with models that can really rock the dresses.
Oh, yeah.
So I think high fashion, would be one area that I love, and I think I can do, justice to it. But it would be nice to have you, to shoot with you at some point and just, see how you're when you're in your element as a model.
Oh, yes.
So today, which of your swag do you bring in? Is it model? Is it actor? Which one are you today?
I believe who I am today.
On this show, are you just a celebrity? Which one are you?
Hey, we can say that too.
So yeah.
The one I am today is me, Bukola. That's who I am today. You know, when I'm in action, that's who I am. That's who I will be.
So you want this conversation to be about you, Bukola. You don't want me to address you from your...
Okay, I see where you're going with this. All right. So, who is here today is the model, the runway model.
Wow, I can see. Does it come with being bougie, or it's just... I mean, is it part of packaging for...
If you know, if you know, you know.
So, guys, I'm gonna get used to this, this show, because there are different kind of people. Me, normally, sometimes my voice is very, like I said, I'm just, trying to get used to this and finding my voice through this. So sometimes I'm very, very loud, very, very raz, like really street boy, Lagos boy.
So is this your first bougie one?
I would say, I've had times
Partially.
when I sound very like calm, and I'm like, hey, welcome to another podcast show, and this is Mahmoud Olympio, and I'm like, I'll be very calm. And whenever I go back and watch, I'm like, this is not you. Yeah, just from you. But I mean, the more you do, so it becomes part of you. Because I mean, I can't help it. Sometimes I just don't want to be
You
loud.
have to switch it up sometimes, you know?
Yes. And I also want people to look at me like, man, this guy is very polished, even though we are still polishing. But it doesn't matter where you are, you have to still,
Yeah, as long as you know how to interchange it wherever you're at,
Okay,
you're good to go.
Okay, cool. So today you are just Bukola. So Bukola, on a regular day, so you're Yoruba girl, right?
Yes, I'm a Yoruba babe.
Wow. So, do you like Yoruba guys or Igbo guys
Oh
or
my
Hausa guys? We have to start, because you're a grown-up lady. I can start talk about relationship, because the first thing you think about when you see a fine girl is, are you single? Are you mingling, or what are you doing?
Okay. Yes, I am dating Yoruba men.
Men.
Yes, you have to be, not boys. There's a difference.
Men is plural. It means that you have many.
No.
Oh, so I was just trying to understand. When you say Yoruba men, or if you say I am
You're
dating
dating,
a
so you're dating. You're not dealing with one person. You're dating.
oh boy. Now there's plenty of us. So
No, not like that. Don't say that.
for my fellow brothers and sisters, that idea. I welcome you to. All right. Okay.
Basically, a girl got options, honey. Okay, but so far none.
You have not settled.
No, nobody.
Why is it difficult to find upon all the good Yoruba men that is out there? Why is it hard to find?
I don't even know. I ask myself the same thing. They're not meeting the standards, or it's just everybody probably just want one thing. Nobody got time for that.
Okay. I mean, well, I guess I might have an idea. They want one thing. Mm-hmm. Just one thing.
In my perspective,
Why do you think people just want one thing? And if there's more, what would those more be? What would be those more than one thing that you want them to want from you?
that's a good question. The reason why I believe guys want one thing is because of the way the generation is today. How it's all about city girls and city boys and mindset. Like these days, men, like guys, they just don't even give any efforts. Or I don't know. You tell me. Am I at the wrong place? I don't know.
No. I
But
mean, you said I want you to be specific on more than. I mean, that one thing you can identify that one thing. What are the other things you feel like they should look out for? Aside from that one thing.
Look out for how the woman carries themselves, and don't excuse me, don't bypass it. Actually nurture it. But if you know you're not going to nurture and you don't want to have time to nurture, then don't waste your time trying to approach it.
Well, I'll say at least
just because you see a fine person.
So at least you know they want one thing. What do you want
What do I want?
from a guy? Is it one thing or more than one thing?
More than one, of course.
Can you give me an idea of those things, please, so that I can?
I want a family-oriented man. I want someone who can, who knows how to like give security. And when I say security, it's not only about money, but mentally, physically, and spiritually. I also want a man who can still do what it is that they're doing, what they were called to do, but also be able to enhance or support the woman that they're speaking to. Like, if you're like, the woman should be feeling the growth, from when they met the person. And I feel like dating these days is either a woman would stop everything that she's doing and support the man, or the man would stop everything that he's doing to support the woman. It shouldn't be like that. It should be like teamwork, where you both can do different things and still come up.
Okay.
Lastly, I love a man who loves God, of course. So.
Amen. Guys, so while all of you that just want one thing from her, all of the things that she mentioned, love God. Do you see the God in her? You see, you have to look. And again, I totally agree with you. And if you ever feel disrespect by men, I'm sorry on behalf of men out there. I apologize. I know, physically, I think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
We've had very intelligent conversation, and I think you're also a very intelligent woman. Well, see, guys, I'm selling out for you. So if you're just looking for more than one thing, you find a beautiful, intelligent, smart. Plus, she's a creative person. Like, she has a lot, for herself, going on for herself. So if she's able to accomplish any of her goals, and you're able to aid her, guy, you are the man. So if you are not going to do any of that, enter one bus, one Molue, one Okada, and follow and go to your destination. You have not reached where you are going. On behalf of my sister, Abia, did I speak well on your behalf?
You did your part. You spoke for them, and I probably spoke for some of the ladies.
Okay, so okay, it's good to know. We need to look out for more than just one thing, and I appreciate the fact that you put God first. A man who is God-fearing would be able to understand compassion, love, and care, and he will be able to also know that if he does that properly, he's not only going to get rewarded by the woman, because the woman will definitely reciprocate back, but God will reward you for being kind to another creature. And then if you're able to give the women the kind of securities that they want, and that's like charity. Who does the charity work in vain? Nobody, If you do something out of charity and you do it out of love, it's appreciated by the individual you do it to, and also it's very rewarding from God. So, guys, let's put that in our habit. This 2023.